Hey everyone, this is Jack speaking. Since the beginning of 2020, markets crashed to the point where they had never been in history, like oil for example, which went on minus for first time ever. Up until this point, I didn't even know that it's possible for an instrument to go on minus. Of course, this doesn't mean all markets went down. Probably some of you know that in periods of uncertainty and high volatility, many investors turn to precious metals seeking security, hence why gold this year broke new high records. I personally didn't feel the need to turn to precious metals, but I was trading gold already anyway. My strategy doesn't care if the market goes up or down, but of course going up makes me more money while going down I'm fighting against the decreasing assets. High volatility definitely helps my strategy though. On days with high volatility, I've had up to like 500 trades and it was even hard to keep up with the execution of the trades themselves. Physically, I was incapable to react as fast as the market was moving to set up the new orders because it was all happening so fast. Sometimes even some of the trading platforms crashed themselves because they couldn't take the insane load of orders coming their way. I doubt that anybody is not aware of the fact that the crash of the markets was thanks to Corona. The majority of people panicked to the point that they couldn't take one rational or logical decision because they had no clue how to protect themselves or the people they love. I watched a video about some guy telling the mayor of London how he smashed the economy of London to the ground, and the guy was absolutely right. I have never ever in my entire life seen so much stupidity, not just here, but worldwide. Don't get me wrong, I'm the last person who cares about politics and politicians, but when it comes to the point of telling me how to breathe and where, this is where you literally crossed any line I have ever had. No surprise, due to the chaotic, completely stupid measures, which was very often even in controversy with each other, which by the way solved nothing since COVID-19 started, the markets crashed beyond recognition. Many markets recovered surprisingly fast and even broke new highs this year, despite the still ongoing situation. What I'm even thinking is that they created a bubble which is going to burst at some point. My expectations are that the bubble is going to burst this winter, but I'm not adjusting anything to my trading strategy thanks to these beliefs. My strategy is purely mathematical, and as I said, all it matters to it is the market's volatility. This means I don't get influenced by news in any way possible, even if it was a world war to break out, and judging by how the world went mental recently, I don't think we're far from this. You can't even go on holiday in peace without some psycho telling you that you have to stay 14 days in quarantine or whatever his messed up head decided solves anything. These radical changes affected the markets in a very negative way at first because while killing the economy, you kill the markets as well. Only certain companies went seriously ahead of everybody else because people believe that they're actually helping the current situation, like online sales for example, or companies which are not in any way physical. If you haven't done this yet, please pause the video and hit the like button as this helps me tremendously to build this channel. My job, or call it a business if you want, is mostly physical and you cannot avoid contact with the clients, so it suffered a lot during lockdown and I had to drop my day rate almost twice. I'm a painter and decorator by profession, and me working as usual was never a lack of resources, it was just me not seeing the logic in leaving your job and hiding in the basement from the inevitable. Well, now my day rate is about 3 times higher than it was at the bottom because of a number of reasons. This includes the fact that people somewhat calmed down and that most people in my trade left it, so there is not really many tradesmen who will take the overload of jobs available to be done. With the current day rate, things somehow compensate for the situation during lockdown. I hear they're planning a second lockdown, and to be honest, no stupidity surprises me at this point, so I'll just embrace it like I did with the first one. And guess who, as usual, is ahead in these kind of situations? That's right, people with balls and a brain. And trust me, not one or two people try to stop me from working because of their own fears, but I'm a little bit of a workaholic, so none of their attempts actually worked. No matter my expectations of another crash of the markets, this doesn't really concern me. It actually gains me more money because the second these markets crash, they will buy the many waiting orders which I have on these instruments much cheaper than the current price. Of course, temporarily my portfolio goes down in general, but there is nothing to be concerned about, it's just the way my strategy works. I have been trading since I was probably about 18 years old, and what I realized over time is that nothing means nothing. Draw Bollinger Lines all you like, resistance levels, use any indicator you want, the result is still the same. Markets cannot be predicted. I went to quite a few trading seminars as well, and I read quite a lot of books for trading, and one of them made me utterly disappointed that I wasted £50 on it. The most expensive book I ever paid up until today, which is as useless as it gets. The whole time while they was explaining about different indicators and how to predict the markets, they was actually advertising their own brokering services. They should have paid me £50 if I knew that them advertising was the whole idea behind the book. Of course, all of these indicators was useless as well. I tried quite a few of them, and trust me, with the title something similar to how to achieve 100 plus positive trades in a row, that was as far from reality as possible. I had overall maybe 60% losing trades and 40% positive trades. By the way, if you think that I'll ever tell you that I'll turn you into an overnight millionaire or that I have some magic formula that will make you super rich in no time, just go watch the videos of some scammer because such thing doesn't exist. What you learn with me is raw-based reality, no more no less. I will not try and sugarcoat your reality to try and convince you to do something which anyone with a brain understands is real and possible. Thank you all for watching this video, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time.